Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another Skyblock video. So over the last few days, I've been bringing you guys videos explaining how my auto farm system works, as well as show you guys an auto storage system that was recently shown to me by one of my subscribers that works very efficiently. Now, in the comments of those videos, I've been getting a lot of you asking me to go ahead and redo my onion farm. So what I figured I would do today is, I'm not exactly going to redo it, but I am going to be adding another level to it, that being the 4th level, as you can see right here. And I figured that that would be the best way to explain it, considering every single level is done the exact same way. But before we go ahead and get started on that, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a quick little update on what I've done in my farm to not only be able to collect materials to build efficiently, but also to make a lot of money. So as you can see over here, I have my workshop, which is where I have just all my tools in the bottom. I don't really use this too often unless I have to make stuff. Obviously, I don't exactly know what I'm going to be putting in the top. The furnaces that I have here, these are pretty much irrelevant at this point. I don't ever use these because I have an auto smelting system, which I will be showing you guys how I set that up. Maybe if you guys want to see a future video on that, I can show you, but it is very simplistic using exactly the same system that I use for my onion farm. Now, if we head over here, I have all of my berry bushes. I want to say like about a good 10 of these are actually mine. The rest of them were actually supplied to me by a lot of you guys. So I want to say thank you very much to those of you that have been coming to my farm, checking it out, as well as donating a couple of things. I really do appreciate that. Now, right next door, we have my auto smelting system. As you can see, it's not really set up right now. It doesn't have any totems and it's not really making anything. The reason for this is because, unfortunately, if you have too many things going at the same exact time in your island, it will make certain things despawn. So what I've started to do now is, if I need something specifically, I will only turn that one on. But the way that this one works is really simplistic. Like I said, it's going to be just exactly like my onion farm. There's only one little thing that's different, and that is up here, these two holes that are located on the side. The reason that they're there is because, unfortunately, you're not able to add blocks in right next to the smelting machine. So to compensate for that, what I did was I created these holes that are called spillage holes, and all of the iron that kind of just spills over, it will fall into these holes and into a chest in the bottom where I can go ahead and collect it and not lose so much of my iron. But of course, this farm can do pretty much anything. It can work on iron, you can put clay on it and it'll make brick. And I'm sure that if they go ahead and add some other stuff into the future where you can smelt, this will also work as well. Of course, it would have to be with totems, but I'm more than 100% sure that those are not the only totems that they're going to be adding into the game. Now, right next door of it, you'll see my stone auto farm. Here's where I put all of my stone totems, or I also put my coal totems here, so that way I can accumulate all of that. Now, this is all connected to another storage system, which I am going to be showing you. As you can see before in my previous video, I only had one underground section, which this has been redone. I still am kind of remodeling this area just to be a little more efficient so that I just have to stand here and not really be so uncomfortable. But yeah, this is running right now. As you can see, the auto farm is pretty much full right now. Now, again, I am going to be showing you guys how to do this AFK. It's not really efficient to have so many chests when you are doing it AFK, because you do want everything to fall into one chest if that is the case. But again, I will be showing you guys at a later time in this video. Now, if we go ahead and cross over this bridge, you'll see my only sawmill that I have. I don't really need any more of these because I rarely ever use it, to be honest. So I figured just having one simplistic one would be the perfect thing to do. Again, I unfortunately can't put blocks here on the side to avoid spillage. So what I did was I added these on the ends so that way none of the stuff spills out. But of course, in this case, it's unfortunately going to happen inevitably, so I don't really stress that too much. Now, if we head on over right next to it, you will see my other storage farm that I have. Again, this is the one, this is the iron one, and then this is the one that I use for stones. This is the system that I have set up for the spillage. For the iron one, here's where all the spillage stuff will land, and then the same exact storage systems in the back. So again, a lot of new things have been added. I have spent a lot of money on my entire farm. Before I started this video, I believe I had about 1.6 or 1.7 mil. I currently only have 952k, but in our inventory we have almost 19,000 onions, so I'm probably going to be back at about 1.1, maybe 1.2 mil. I don't really have millions and millions of coins because I do like to spend money back into my farms just to make it bigger, make it more efficient, and also make it really good looking, because that's really important to me. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started on this build now. I want to point out a couple of things really quickly that I have seen in the comments. I know some of you have been asking me why I only have one row right here. The answer to that is that's just the way that I wanted to build it. I do recommend that if you do build this and you want to make it a little bit bigger, or you don't really care about aesthetic look, go ahead and add another maybe 2 rows to this, and you can also work that out as well. These totems will pick up that far back. So you can really build this as big as you want. I'm just kind of showing you guys the inner workings of how exactly this works and how to set it up. Now, a couple of tips that I can give you guys is make sure that when you add the conveyor belt, it is down one block, so that way it can fall down to the conveyor belt. Another thing that I will also recommend is if you have the long tunnel that is shooting from the top, make sure that you add these glass panels. It'll avoid it from actually making the onions jump around and stuff and fall off the conveyor belt like how it happened right there. It'll still do a little bit of spillage, but for the most part, it will catch just about every single one. This kind of makes it so that it doesn't, you know, go so far back and stuff like that. This isn't a must, but I mean, I would definitely recommend so that way it doesn't bounce around everywhere. So with all of that being said, I'm going to go ahead and head to the top right now. We're going to get started on the 4th level. I'm not going to sit down and talk through this entire thing. I will be fast forwarding it just so you guys can get the general idea of how it works. Obviously, if you want to follow along with me, just go ahead and slow down the video, and you should be able to do this because it is extremely simple. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so as you can see, level 4 of the auto farm system is now complete. The onions are now being sent to the first floor down to the storage that is located in the bottom. Again, this is just the way that I'm doing my auto farm. I'm sure there is better ways out there for you guys to be able to do it, but this was the most efficient way that I was able to find, and the way that I've been doing it this entire time. It's been making me a lot of money, enough to be able to, you know, do anything that I want in my entire farm. Now, as for the storage that's located in the bottom, that part, if you guys want to see it, I have made a video on the entire storage system. I will have an eye up top so that you guys can go and check that out. Really quickly, I'm going to show you though how to make a couple of changes really fast, so that way you can set it up for auto farming, well, to AFK auto farm that. So it's literally as simple as just coming to your first floor and opening up exactly where both of the chutes are. So if you can notice right here on the left side, I have one chute, and then on the right side, I have another one. So what you're going to want to do is break the glass that you have right here. This is obviously going to make things jump around and land on the other hole as well. Come inside to your auto farm, grab a couple of other conveyors, which I'm going to grab 2 of them right now. I believe what we need is 2 or 3. Go ahead and grab your conveyors, stand on one side, and then just put the conveyors so that way all of your onions fall down one hole. What this is going to do is it's going to basically send every single onion into the very first chest that you have on one side, which is going to make it go extremely fast to get full. As you can see, one already went in, and it's going to start going in really fast paces. Now, of course, if you are into AFK auto farming, then this is going to be the way for you. All you have to do is just turn on your auto clicker or whatever it is that you're using, and just leave it on the very first one. that's going to go ahead and allow you to collect every single one that comes through. As you can see, we now just hit 19,000 onions, which is insane. But yeah, this is the best way. And honestly, the changes that you have to make in order to make an AFK auto farm is really not that much. All you have to do is just break a couple of blocks here and there and add 3 conveyors and you're good. But yeah, I had seen so many of you in the comments asking me to do a tutorial on this, so I figured why not? Let's go ahead and get this done today. Again, if you guys want me to make a full video on my iron farm and my stone one, I will most definitely do that. I am still kind of playing with it to find a better way to get it done. So as soon as we get that, I will definitely be making a video and sharing it with all of you. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all types of different content. And if you guys have some really crazy auto farms out there, feel free to get in contact with me if you want. I have my Discord in the description. You guys can go ahead and join and share your images in our image section in the Discord. But anyways, that's pretty much going to do it for today's video. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.